Horoscope analysis. Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Gemini Rising. Rule 12 states that exalted planets magnify their significations and the outcomes of the houses they rule. This includes both auspicious and inauspicious traits. Trik lords, when exalted, can intensify the challenges they signify unless modified by house placement or conjunction. Debilitated planets, even if benefic, tend to weaken and distort their outcomes. Rule 13 emphasizes the sign a planet resides in. Placement in a sign owned by a friendly benefic softens and harmonizes expression, while signs of enemies, especially malefics, tend to give more volatile or difficult results unless balanced by dignity or conjunction. Mercury in the first house, Gemini own sign, conjunct Venus. Mercury rules the first and fourth, both Kendra and Lagna. Placing it in own sign enhances identity, learning, and domestic clarity, Rule 12. Venus rules the 5th and 12th. Its presence brings artistic grace and soft-spoken magnetism. Gemini is ruled by Mercury and is friendly to Venus, making this pairing strong under Rule 13. It bestows eloquence, charm, literary talent, and persuasive leadership, ideal for communicators, educators, and media professionals. Mars exalted in the 8th house, Capricorn. Conjunct Jupiter, Mars rules the 6th and 11th, both Upachaya houses. Exalted in Capricorn, Rule 12, Mars can strongly amplify service, competition, and gains, particularly in domains of transformation or crisis management due to 8th house location. Jupiter rules 7th and 10th, both Kendras, and placed in a friendly Saturnian sign, fulfilling Rule 13. This duo grants dynamic leadership in medical, investigative, or occult fields where wisdom meets forceful action. Moon exalted in the 2nd house, Taurus, conjunct Mercury. Moon rules the 2nd and is exalted here, beautifully fulfilling Rule 12, enhancing speech, nourishment, emotional wealth, and public memory. Mercury, ruling the 1st and 4th, joins its natural friend in a Venusian sign, aligning well with Rule 13. The conjunction supports powerful articulation, intellectual emotionality, and strong familial values, excellent for counselors, spokespersons, or public intellectuals. Saturn exalted in the 5th house, Libra, conjunct Venus. Saturn rules the 8th and 9th for Gemini, Kona and Trik. Exalted in Libra, Rule 12, Saturn uplifts 9th house Dharma and long-term fortune through karmic maturity. Venus rules 5th and 12th. Its own sign, Libra, enhances creativity and romantic fulfillment. Saturn and Venus are mutual friends, and Libra, being Venus's sign, satisfies Rule 13. This pairing fosters refined creativity, spiritual grounding, and success in art, teaching, or mystic sciences. Sun in the 3rd house, Leo, own sign, conjunct Mercury. Sun rules the 3rd and sits in own sign, boosting courage, communication, and willpower per Rule 12. Mercury joins as 1st and 4th lord in a friendly sign. This combination satisfies Rule 13 and blesses expression with brilliance, authority, and logic. Great for strategists, debaters, and administrative influencers who use intellect and expression as their tools. Jupiter in the 10th house, Pisces, own sign, conjunct Moon. Jupiter rules 7th and 10th, both Kendras. In own sign Pisces in the 10th, it grants expansive ethical leadership, spiritual career inclinations, and a moral compass, Rule 12. Moon as 2nd lord joins in Jupiter's sign, which is friendly to it, aligning with Rule 13. Their combination provides nurturing success, fame through ethical conduct, and recognition in compassionate vocations like healing, public service, or teaching. Mars in the 11th house, Aries, own sign, conjunct Saturn. Mars rules 6th and 11th and is in own sign, Aries in Upachaya, enhancing bold networking, gain through challenge, and resilient ambition per Rule 12. Saturn rules 8th and 9th. Its presence here disciplines impulsive drive and transforms crisis into learning. Aries is a neutral sign for Saturn. Although the two are natural enemies, their functional roles and house alignment balance it. This pairing supports social reformers, strategic leaders, or institutional warriors. Venus exalted in the 10th house, Pisces, conjunct Sun. Venus rules 5th and 12th, Sun rules 3rd. Venus exalted in Pisces magnifies creativity, professional magnetism, and fine aesthetics, Rule 12. Sun in Jupiter's sign adds confident articulation and bold expression. Rule 13 works as both Venus and Sun are in the sign of a benefic, Jupiter. Together, they enhance success in the arts, fashion, entertainment, and diplomacy. Saturn in the ninth house, Aquarius, own sign, conjunct Mars. Saturn rules 8th and ninth. Mars rules 6th and 11th. Saturn in own sign Aquarius powerfully supports long-term learning, karmic dharma, and mature philosophical grounding. Mars brings aggressive pursuit of purpose and righteous strength. Aquarius is Saturn's sign and neutral to Mars. Rule 12 supports karmic expansion, and Rule 13 ensures pragmatic ambition. This combo is ideal for reformers, professors, or engineers with a spiritual backbone. Horoscope analysis, Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Libra Rising. Rule 12 emphasizes that exalted planets strongly express both their natural and functional traits. When they rule trik houses 6th, 8th, or 12th, exaltation can amplify their challenging impacts unless balanced by placement or conjunction. Debilitated planets tend to distort or diminish favorable house results. Rule 13 states that planets placed in the signs of friendly benefics tend to express more harmoniously. However, if a planet is placed in the sign of an enemy, especially a natural malefic, the results can turn harsher unless neutralized by dignity or benefic support. Saturn exalted in the first house, Libra, conjunct Mercury. Saturn rules the 4th and 5th, both auspicious houses for Libra rising. In Exaltation in Lagna, Saturn gives leadership maturity and public responsibility, Rule 12. Mercury, ruling the 9th and 12th, joins in a friendly sign, Venus-ruled Libra, which is also friendly to Mercury. Rule 13 supports refined communication, dharmic intellect, and calm authority. This pairing is excellent for administrators, policymakers, and spiritual strategists who blend logic with discipline. Sun exalted in the 7th house, Aries, conjunct Jupiter, Sun rules the 11th. Jupiter rules 3rd and 6th. While both hold upachaya or trik houses, their exaltation in Kendra, 7th, and conjunction in Aries, a friendly, fiery sign, enhances dynamic expression, Rule 12. Sun in exaltation empowers public charisma and influential relationships, while Jupiter adds teaching and advisory strength. Rule 13 supports mutual growth through action, making this ideal for political leaders, consultants, or strategic influencers. Venus exalted in the 6th house, Pisces, conjunct Moon. Venus, the Lagna and 8th lord, is exalted in the 6th. Though the house is a Dushtana, Rule 12 supports Venus's ability to transform challenges into beauty and healing. Moon rules the 10th and joins in a Jupiterian sign, friendly to both, validating Rule 13. This pairing offers grace under pressure, creative problem solving, and nurturing authority in medical, healing, or spiritual professions. Mars exalted in the 4th house, Capricorn, conjunct Sun. Mars rules the 2nd and 7th for Libra. Exalted in the 4th, it strengthens security, family status, and inner drive, Rule 12. Sun, ruling 11th, joins Mars, its friend, in Saturn's sign. Though Saturn is an enemy to Sun, Mars acts as a stabilizing intermediary. Rule 13 gives partial compatibility. This duo empowers entrepreneurs, landowners, and real estate influencers with leadership grounded in strategy. Moon exalted in the 8th house, Taurus, conjunct Venus. Moon rules the 10th, Venus rules 1st and 8th. Both conjoin in Taurus, Venus's own sign, friendly to Moon, making this a rich, emotional, expressive pairing per Rule 13. Moon's exaltation in the 8th transforms emotional depth into public power, Rule 12. This combination is ideal for transformational speakers, psychologists, or mystics who channel emotional truths into creative or healing influence. Jupiter in the 6th house, Pisces, own sign, conjunct Mars. Jupiter rules 3rd and 6th and is placed in own sign Pisces, increasing capacity for ethical competition and service, Rule 12. Mars rules 2nd and 7th and is neutral to Jupiter. Pisces, as Jupiter's sign, is energetically softening, and Rule 13 allows their dynamic to unfold constructively. This conjunction boosts valorous service, medical competence, and dharmic confrontation, ideal for lawyers, doctors, or activists. Mercury in the 9th house, Gemini own sign, conjunct Sun. Mercury rules 9th and 12th and sits in own sign Gemini, fully energizing dharma, travel, and higher intellect, Rule 12. Sun rules the 11th and joins in Mercury's friendly sign. Their union builds leadership in learning, public communication, and spiritual consultancy. Rule 13 affirms compatible energy. Great for writers, journalists, spiritual scholars, or diplomats. Saturn in the 5th house, Aquarius, own sign, conjunct Jupiter. Saturn rules 4th and 5th, Kendra and Kona, and is in own sign Aquarius, a trikona. Rule 12 assures maturity, structure, and creative discipline. Jupiter rules 3rd and 6th and joins in a sign neutral to it. Rule 13 makes this pairing one of steady expansion in teaching, systems, and leadership. Ideal for institutions, think tanks, or social planning sectors. Mars in the 10th house, Cancer, debilitated, conjunct Mercury, exalted. Mars debilitated in Cancer weakens bold career drive, Rule 12, but Mercury exalted in Virgo, if closely conjunct, offers a cancellation, Nichabanga. Mercury rules 9th and 12th and stabilizes career ambition through strategy and intellect. Rule 13 only partially supports this union unless the degrees align for cancellation. If dignified, this grants clever warriors of reform or tech-savvy administrators. Venus in the 1st house, Libra, own sign, conjunct Saturn. Venus in own sign as Lagna Lord bestows charm, balance, and beauty, Rule 12. Saturn, ruling 4th and 5th, is exalted in Lagna or dignified in friendly Venus's sign. Rule 13 supports their synergy. Together they create artistic realism, diplomatic patience, and leadership by design, ideal for architects, cultural leaders, or refined executives. Horoscope analysis, Exaltation and Rashi Friendship Principles, Aquarius Rising. Rule 12 explains that exalted planets amplify both auspicious and inauspicious house significations. For Aquarius Rising, when malefic lords are exalted, they must be assessed based on house rulership and placement. Exalted trik lords can intensify challenges unless balanced by benefic aspects or yoga formation. Rule 13 emphasizes the importance of sign relationships. When a planet occupies a friendly or neutral sign, its qualities manifest more smoothly. Malefics and enemy signs often create struggle unless dignified or conjoined beneficially. Saturn exalted in the 9th house, Libra, conjunct Sun. Saturn, ruling Lagna in 12th, exalted in Akona, enhances ethical discipline, spiritual maturity, and karmic refinement, Rule 12. Sun rules the 7th and joins in Venus's sign, which is friendly to Saturn. Though Sun is not naturally friendly with Saturn, Rule 13 works due to dignity and shared placement. The combination favors wise partnerships, institutional success, and higher administrative leadership, ideal for diplomats, judges, or reformers. Mars exalted in the 12th house, Capricorn, conjunct Mercury. Mars rules 3rd and 10th, Upachaya and Kendra, and is exalted in 12th, suggesting courage in foreign affairs, institutional work, or selfless service, Rule 12. Mercury rules 5th and 8th and joins in Saturn's sign, friendly to both. Rule 13 ensures rational creativity and transformational intelligence. This pair is excellent for investigative thinkers, international professionals, or spiritual strategists working behind the scenes. Sun exalted in the 3rd house, Aries, conjunct Venus. Sun rules the 7th, and exalted in the 3rd, Upachaya, it amplifies assertiveness in communication and public visibility, Rule 12. Venus rules 4th and 9th, both auspicious, and joins in Mars's sign, friendly to Venus. Rule 13 is satisfied. This creates a refined yet bold communicator, ideal for thought leaders, authors, and media influencers in relationships or creative education. Moon exalted in the 5th house, Taurus, conjunct Mercury. Moon, as 6th lord, is exalted in Akona 5th, and while it governs a trik house, its exaltation supports emotional intelligence and creative strength in overcoming adversities, Rule 12. Mercury, ruling 5th and 8th, joins in Venus's sign, friendly to both. Rule 13 reinforces harmony, excellent for writers, educators, and emotionally expressive professionals in service domains. Venus exalted in the 2nd house, Pisces. Conjunct Mars, Venus rules 4th and 9th, Kendra and Kona, and is exalted in Pisces, an Artha house, providing immense charm in speech, wealth, and family grace, Rule 12. Mars, ruling 3rd and 10th, joins in Jupiter's sign, a mutual friend. Rule 13 supports a magnetic personality with willpower and tact, ideal for artists, media entrepreneurs, and elegant strategists with impact. Jupiter in the 2nd house, Pisces, own sign. Conjunct Moon, Jupiter rules 2nd and 11th, both Artha houses, and is strong in own sign in 2nd, blessing wealth, lineage, and speech with ethics and wisdom, Rule 12. Moon rules 6th and joins in Jupiter's sign, a friend, supporting Rule 13. Their union balances emotional resilience with spiritual articulation, ideal for financial planners, family therapists, or motivational speakers. Mars in the 10th house, Scorpio, own sign. Conjunct Saturn, Mars rules 3rd and 10th, and in own sign in Kendra, it empowers fearless leadership and execution capacity, Rule 12. Saturn, ruling Lagna and 12th, joins in Scorpio, a neutral sign. Rule 13 remains stable. This disciplined and intense pair excels in structural leadership, engineering, institutional roles, or security and law enforcement. Mercury in the 5th house, Taurus, conjunct Venus. Mercury rules 5th and 8th. Venus rules 4th and 9th, both auspicious houses. Their conjunction in Taurus, Venus's own sign, satisfies Rule 13. While Mercury isn't exalted here, the combination brings financial creativity, intelligence in love, and learning. Rule 12 via Venus's strength. Strong for singers, scriptwriters, or relationship advisors. Saturn in the 12th house, Capricorn, own sign. Conjunct Jupiter, Saturn as Lagna, and 12th Lord in own sign in 12th house provides karma maturity, spiritual endurance, and strong institutional focus. Rule 12. Jupiter, ruling 2nd and 11th, joins in Saturn's sign, neutral but productive. Rule 13 is met through functional harmony. Excellent for NGO work, foreign careers, or healing professions involving quiet strength. Sun in the 7th house, Leo, own sign, conjunct Mercury. Sun, as 7th Lord, is in own sign in Kendra, bringing powerful charisma, status through partnerships, and diplomatic authority. Rule 12. Mercury, ruling 5th and 8th, joins in a neutral sign. Rule 13 ensures cooperative synergy. Great for lawyers, statesmen, or corporate figures balancing intellect with presence.